Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Skotcast. I'm here. My name's Jeff. Nerf is here, and Scott is here.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to my podcast. There we go.
That's good. Let's lay that down. Let's record it and use that as our new intro music for life.
That was really good. Oh, fuck. I'm not ready for this today. I thought I was going to be ready today, and now that we're started, I'm blanking.
We're back. We're going. We got coffee. We're buzzing. I am waiting for 1,000 bees to be dropped off to this very apartment that I live in and also film in.
Why did you get 1,000 bees?
Well, originally I got 500 bees. You guys will probably, by the time this comes out, you'll see why there were bees buzzing around. I gave Zane a buzz cut, so I thought it'd be appropriate to bring in some bees and surprise him with a bunch of buzzing bees for his buzz cut.
Clever. Very clever.
Thank you, Scott. Thank you. Worked really hard on it, but we didn't get the proper shot of the bees coming out, so it looked kind of fake because you didn't really see all the bees on camera, so we had to reorder some bees. So we got the bee guy coming by. Got the bee guy coming by to drop off the bees.
Why? Got the bee guy coming by to drop off some bees. Don't know why. I'm fucking... Shit, man.
I love that you bring the musical aspect to this podcast.
Well, you just did it. You did it first, and that's what made me think of it. And it was like, all right, can I add on to it? No, I can't.
Yeah, no, you did a great job. You did a great job. But these bees are coming. We're going to release them to get the shot. I'm sorry that we had to film this podcast simultaneously as we're still catching up on the barbershop stuff, but that's life.
I'm a little nervous
because
I haven't been stung by a bee for a long time. If you're going to release them during the podcast, then I hope I don't get stung because I could be extremely allergic. I could die today on this podcast, which might not be a bad thing, but I'm not ready for it.
Nobody got stung last time we used them, so I don't know if that makes the odds higher that somebody's going to get stung this time.
Well, it is the second time, and they say third time's a charm, so maybe the second time, no stings. But if you bring back bees a third time, I don't want to be here.
We'll see. The bees will be up here in a second. Sorry, we have to multitask here. We've been some busy bees. You know, we've been in Chicago.
We were in Chicago for Lollapalooza. You were sober. I was drinking as usual. When I got back from that weekend, I was like, I want to stop drinking for a week. From this podcast to the next podcast, I want to try to just not drink.
No way.
I haven't not drank for 4 years. The last time I didn't drink, I made a deal with my dad. After I went to Vegas and spent like $12,000 on tables because I'm a fucking idiot. I was drunk, and I didn't have that kind of money to spend. I called my dad up crying, saying how much of an idiot I was. I was drunk again while I was on the phone with him, and he was like, make me a deal. You won't drink for a month. And so I didn't drink for a month. That's the last time I didn't drink. Wow,
that's really great, Scott. You're serious about this.
I'm serious about it. This week, I would like to try my best to not drink until the next podcast. And it's this podcast I'm going to be using to keep myself
for motivation. Drinking. Well, it's them, you know. These are the ones you can't let down now. These are the people that are going to be motivating you. But we got to cut this story off because the bees are here. Bring over the bees just because we're going to get back to this story, Scott. I had no idea. I'm happy you laid that on me on the podcast.
I wish I waited.
It's a very... we finally get serious for one moment.
You want to get Nerf out of here for this? Or
that's a good idea.
This is terrifying. These bees.
Oh, man.
Fucking shit,
That's
man.
way more than we had the first time.
These are bees fresh from a beehive that you had removed from a beehive and put into your apartment. And it's like the opposite of what people usually want to do with bees, is release them in their apartment.
I need to get the shot.
Anything for the shot. Do it for the shot.
There were bees everywhere. I'm so surprised nobody got stung. We had Reggie. He was in full bee gear. It was safe. He had a motorcycle helmet on and a short sleeve shirt.
I'm excited. I might have to start drinking again after this.
No.
And I just quit 2 minutes ago.
Okay. We interrupted Scott's beautiful story about how he's going to be sober. I think it's really great that you're doing that. And I think it's great that you told me on the podcast. A lot of times I keep on bringing up how people come up to me in person, and you too, and they'll say how motivational we are on this podcast, where we just fuck around. We started it because you broke your leg, and it was like a prank on Todd, and then somehow we motivate people. Nerf, stop snoring, dude. I know you got a microphone, bro.
It's cool. Let him live.
It's disrespectful.
But yeah, you know, you say that people come up to you on the street and say that we've helped them, or you've helped them, more so motivated them to be healthier and you know, really live their lives. And I've been listening to the podcast, and it's motivated me to try and change something about myself and help me be a better person.
I talk about this with Jason a lot. You guys actually motivate us too, because Jason now is getting skinny, and every aspect of Jason's life is filmed. So now if he slacks off, then he's going to let the people down that we've been motivating by training and stuff like that. So it's really cool that you guys are able to push us too, you know, and I guess that's not the plan right off the bat. We don't initially think like we're going to do this to help each other, but that's what we ended up doing. I never thought I'd be a motivational speaker like Gary Vee, come on here and be like, you got to fucking want it. You got to be a fucking winner. You got to be fucking better than that. I'm better than you. I invested in companies. I'm fucking better than you.
It is crazy how motivational it all is because, I mean, for me, the reason that I'm motivated right now is because I see the way people react to you, the way they leave comments on this podcast about your appearance, your physical appearance, and that's one of the reasons that I don't want to have a tubby drinking body. You know,
yeah, no more puffy cheeks from
drinking. I want to
drinking.
be swole. I want to be like Jeff. So I completely understand how other people are getting motivated now because it's motivating me.
Yeah,
I want to look exactly like that.
I'm like Gary Vee. Fuck, shit, cunt, bitch. Fucking do better. Well, that's really great, guys. Thank you for helping Scott out. Who knows? He might fuck it up, though. And
Probably
then
will.
You could leave him comments saying, hey, Scott, piece of shit, kill yourself. And then, you know what? You're right. No, don't say that to Scott.
Let's leave
We
nice
don't know
comments.
what we're doing here. Can we edit out the Gary Vee stuff?
No, we don't want to edit out the Gary Vee
Or
stuff.
the
That
kill
was
yourself
fucking gold.
stuff? Edit a lot of that.
Yeah,
Edit a lot
okay.
of that
That was
out.
a really good Gary Vee impersonation, I thought.
Fucking do better, you
Yeah.
loser, bitch.
I cussed to be relatable.
What else? What happened this week? We were in Lollapalooza for Chicago. We were in Chicago for Lollapalooza. Excuse me.
What'd you guys think about Lollapalooza overall?
I thought it was like a shittier Coachella, personally. But I had a
pretty
good time. I got to share a room with Todd and Zane. I thought I walked in on them having sex with each other. Now, I don't think that they're gay together at all. But you guys, you kind of make jokes, or you're just very comfortable with your sexuality. You do like a lot of kissing stuff and things that me and my Staten Island friends, if I tried some of that stuff, I probably would have got picked on doing those types of jokes. But I think it's funny. I think it's great that you guys are so just comfortable with each other. It really shows you true friends.
Yeah, you know, being able to give your bro a kiss every once in a while, it just shows that you're close. It doesn't really mean anything more than that, especially between people like Todd and Zane. You know, they just get drunk and they like to have fun. Doesn't matter, you know, what
Very
happens
touchy.
behind closed doors is
Very touchy.
what happens behind closed doors. And you shared a room with them, so you had to see some of that.
Yeah, nothing wrong with it. Again, I think it's great that they're so comfortable with each other. They were very touchy. They were kind of, they were even cuddling. And not like cuddling like a 1 minute joke. They were cuddling for like, while they were asleep.
Like through the night, arm over each other. Yeah.
We had small beds. We stayed at a very nice hotel. It was sold out. We had no choice but to stay together. And it's always a good time. And especially when you do what we do, where you need content all the time, you get the best stuff when you just forced to stay together. That's why reality shows, the reality hotel room, all these places, they force you to stay together so you get the most stuff.
Yeah. We didn't get a reality hotel while we were in Lollapalooza, but I think that we should just rent a hotel out here. Or
I'm down.
What do you call it? And then just shoot another episode.
Yeah, that was my favorite video I ever filmed. But the two of them, they never asked about, you know, it's 3 guys, 2 twin beds, not even queen size beds. So we're all big guys, very small sleeping areas. They never argued once about who was going to share a bed. They were both completely content with them 2 sharing and me having my own bed the whole time. I thought we were going to have to rock, paper, scissor. I thought we'd be, you know, flipping coins for who gets the bed each night, but they never had an issue. So one night I walked in and they were sleeping in the bed and it looked like they were having sex with each other. And I just said, whoa, 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 whoa. And they were like, oh, no, you know, we're just
hanging
fucking
out.
around. Yeah. I'm surprised that I was not surprised in that situation.
That reminds me of David's last video, the conversation between you and Todd about him biting off the dude's testicles. That was my favorite part of that video. And it was just a conversation you guys were having. It was so fucking funny.
Yeah, he might go both ways, and I respect him. He's my best friend, and I love him, and I wouldn't think differently if I found out that he was kissing guys on the side.
Would I be surprised? No.
Next subject, huh?
It'd make a lot of sense, you know?
Next subject. Let's move past this. There's nothing wrong with Todd and Zane hooking up.
Right.
The
This organized raid happened to storm the fence of Lala. Did you guys see this?
I saw this. Yeah, it's a video of a bunch of
play it.
people trying to sneak into the festival by hopping over the fence.
This is what it looked like every time David fucking took
Walked
his hat
through.
off. Oh, wow. I remember this spot.
I'm just surprised they're
This is
also
the-
eager to get in there.
This is
you
the
know?
worst part.
Oh, come on.
The security guard goes out of his way to stop the one person with the prosthetic leg.
That's embarrassing for the security guard.
Catch someone
That's
else.
the guy you take advantage of? Yeah, go in there and risk your fucking life.
Catch someone your own size, you know?
Catch
Kinda
a nerf.
fucked up. The first
Look at
time I
how
watched it,
fast
I was
he
like,
is.
wow, that's kind of shitty. There's so many kids jumping over the fence. You're going to go up and stop the one person who's calmly walking over towards the fence.
Yeah, damn. That's embarrassing for that security guard.
Well organized though by these kids, right?
Twitter,
Yeah.
do your thing. Find that security guard. Tell
Yeah,
him that's embarrassing.
Twitter, find him. Tell him that he needs to go join the army.
But it's crazy because all those, like what you said about David being there and like people flocking to him when he takes off his hat. There was so many people there that knew who David was, and Chicago's just like a big place, a big market for us, I guess.
But yeah, it was just tough because we'd go places to film, and anytime David went anywhere or popped his camera out, it just became taking a lot of selfies.
We were walking up to the festival the first day that we got there, and we were kind of, there was a couple people that recognized us while we were walking up, and I was walking with Chris, and I think Jay, you were ahead of me, like slightly, and then David goes, "Hey Scott," like because he's in his Uber, getting out of the Uber, and as soon as he got out of his Uber, it was just a shit show. I was like, I wish David just kind of, like, just went in on his own, but yeah, he's a fucking celebrity, man.
I feel like lately it's been a lot worse. I mean, not a lot better, but worse. Just for like, he can't vlog anywhere now because it's just him getting mobbed by people.
Yeah, and I don't mind taking pictures with people at all. I totally don't like. I like it. I like it. It's totally cool. But there was a moment when I was walking through that festival, and people were like grabbing on me and like tugging at me while I was walking, and I just wanted to punch someone in the face. Like, don't fucking touch me.
Yeah, people get a little aggressive.
They get a little too aggressive, or they'll like jump on you.
Mm-hmm.
And like, I don't mind like coming up and like, let's do a picture and say hi and stuff like that. But someone like hit my arm, and I was so mad.
Yeah, I was getting grabbed around here by
Around
girls.
the cock
In the butt.
and the butt.
Uh-huh. I don't want to make a big deal about it. It's not that big of a problem, but when I say that he can't vlog anymore, it's like we do like improv comedy sketches. So if you get cut off by a bunch of people, your train of thought is changed now because you want to be polite. You want to meet these people. They are people who support you, and you even want to hear their feedback to your stuff.
Yeah, of course.
So even if it's negative sometimes, I like to hear it. Probably not right off the bat when I first meet somebody and they say, "Hey, your haircuts suck," or something like that. I'm like, hey, my friends could say that to me. 'Cause
Get to
they
know
joke
me
around.
first.
Yeah, don't come right off the bat with an insult. But it's just like you get distracted, and it's just harder to film, especially when you film every day, all day, and you put content out every day. We're just busy bees, We're busy bees over here.
Busy bees. Is that the cue?
Release the
Release
bees.
the bees.
No, not yet. We'll do it at the end because I don't want to be scared for my life, and I feel like there's important shit to talk about here. We could address the Natalie stuff. David still can't release the photo shoot because there's something exclusive in it, but we'll blur everything and we'll just show the Natalie clip. And if we have to cut it, we have to cut it. It'll be fine. Also, let's just address that, Natalie did get on a motorcycle with Ilya out there, and they seemed like they're the right fit for each other.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm totally fine, dude. I respect Natalie a lot. I respect Ilya a lot. And when I see something that looks right, I don't want to interfere with it. And I said this from the start. I don't want to step on Ilya's toes. I saw them together. They're both Vernon Hills locals. They grew up in the same town. Mm-hmm. Ilya has treated her very nicely. He's
a respectable guy.
He's a respectable guy. I just feel like he might be a better fit for her right now at this time in his life because I
am not a respectable
doing
guy.
so many things. I'm doing so many YouTube videos and podcasts. Netflix shows. I'm walking dogs. I'm doing comedy shows.
Brand deals up the ass.
I'm doing merch. Ilya's just a small town guy where just, he's not doing any of the stuff that I'm doing. He's not working out 2-3 times a day training martial arts like I am. He's probably never done martial arts training.
Yeah, so he's probably not nearly as successful, fit, or good looking as you.
He is
what you're
more
saying.
just an average Joe and just a regular guy who will always be just a regular guy.
Well,
he seems like he'll have more time for Natalie. Maybe he's the guy. Maybe he's the guy.
Maybe. I mean, if you ever really want to, talk about your feelings, then I'm always here for you if you want to give me a
dude,
call.
I'm already over it. Why do I sound like I'm...
I understand. I hear the jealousy or the envy
What
in your
jealousy,
voice.
man? It feels like he's a better fit. If I were to take Natalie on a date to the movies or something, she wouldn't even be able to watch the movie. We'd be getting bombarded, taking selfies the entire time. If she goes with somebody like Ilya, they'll blend right in, and nobody will care. They'll be able to enjoy their date, and that's how a relationship should go. It should not be we walk into Starbucks and people faint, They should be able to live a normal life. And I think he's the right guy to give her that. I think right now, at this moment, I am not prepared to treat her the way she deserves to be treated. And I think that's fair.
I think it's very good that you're taking the high road on this.
Totally respect the guy. I'm not the right fit right now. Maybe 10 years down the line, Natalie and I decide to have children together. I think she'd be a good mother. But I feel like Ilya is just looking for a quick score. And, maybe they'll have a couple good years together. And I'm totally fine with that.
Not bitter at all.
Well, I'm glad that you got that off your chest. And let's show the kiss.
Did I go too hard on Ilya?
No, it was great.
I think that was totally, warranted and fair. Everything you said was completely true. I mean,
he's an average Joe, and he'll always be an average Joe. Let's face it.
It sounds like a plumbing company, Average Joe Plumbing.
Perfect, Ilya. There you go. You're welcome for a new plumbing company name. I'll even create your content for you, dude, because I'm a social media star, and you're just a regular guy with no dreams or ambitions, with all the time in the world to go on dates.
And it's just fucking crazy too, because like regular Joe Plumbing, you got Jeff's Barbershop. You are kind of similar in a way.
Fake business.
You just seem to have taken it a different direction.
Yes, it's a fake business.
You're doing the same thing. You just happen to film it.
Not licensed. You're right. Thank you, Scott. I'm sorry for being so negative and condescending about everything you're saying that's positive right now. But you know what? I feel like I'm the one that just kicked the booze.
Yeah, I mean, you just kicked. You quit something. It sounds like you quit Natalie.
I'll give up.
And it's hard for you to give it up.
I will give up.
Will you? I'll text you if I do end up drinking. But you can't eat Swedish fish until next week's podcast. If I don't drink until next week's podcast, is that what we're doing right now?
Okay, look. If you make it to next week, then I will quit. But I just went a whole week without eating candy. I had Swedish fish one night in Chicago, and I gave it up for the rest of the time there. But that's because,
You had Swedish fish one night in Chicago. That sounds pretty sweet, but what's sweeter than a Swedish fish? What's sweeter than a Swedish
Who
fish?
gives a shit, dude?
A kiss
You
from
don't even
Jeff
have to say it right.
to
I like
Natalie.
the fucked up one better the first time. Let's see it. Let's just play it here. Whatever. It's over with, guys. The ship has fizzled out. The ship has sailed. What am I saying? The ship has sailed.
Does not exist. Something's going on today. I don't know what it is. Jeff's uptight.
No, I'm not, dude. I'm sailing the ship away from me and Natalie. It had a nice run. It was 2 weeks.
I love this sweet hair brush back until you're getting closer, getting ready for it.
It was nice.
Oh.
A little giggle. A little
nice.
giggle from Natalie and a little giggle from Scott. And that was it, guys. It was fun while it lasted. It's all been downhill since then.
Was that the first and last kiss?
Yes, it was.
Does that sting a little bit?
It stings.
Just to know that it's over?
That was a good pun. It stings. And I think this is a good moment to release the bees. And there's my partner in crime behind the fence.
Where I belong.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you guys got to see it. Hopefully you get to see it. Hopefully it wasn't cut out. Well, next subject. Can we get to the next topic?
What were you saying, Jay?
Yeah, sure. I was saying when you're at a place like Lollapalooza with David, it's kind of nice because I feel like it takes the heat off of you a little bit. I was talking about when we were walking through the crowd, I'd like to walk in front of people, try and kind of keep it. People are like, hey, you're that guy. And I'm like, oh, hi. And they'd be like, oh, my God, you're Scotty Sire. And they'd freak out just like a little bit, right? But then David behind Scott, when they recognized him, they'd freak out and be like, you're David Dobrik. You're David fucking Dobrik.
It's like a ladder of
it's like,
status.
oh, you're that guy. You're Scott. And then David.
Yeah, there's a lot of moments like that where someone walks up to me or whatever will walk up to me and be like, oh, hey, it's Scotty Sire. And then like David will walk behind me and they'll be like, David! Run away.
Yeah.
That's a perfect example.
Like in the middle of taking a picture, they're like, "Oh shit, sorry, gotta go."
Yeah, and then a lot of times like, oh, that's David Dobrik's friend. But hey, this isn't the Views 2 podcast. So let's move on. Scott, you're a fucking rock star. And we've said that before, but I think you need to realize that every single day.
That's why I love being on this podcast with you, because we've talked about this already, how motivational you are, but you're also inspirational. You're inspirational, motivational, and you're just an all-around good friend. The way you gas me up like that, talk about how I'm a superstar, rock star kind of guy.
Well, I can't take credit for bringing it up, but one of our producers here, Oscar, is also a talented photographer, and he did something for you. We thought it'd be good to do here on the podcast. If your reaction's not good, we'll just cut it out.
That's what David does whenever I react to anything in his videos, so I'm totally cool with that. What is it?
But
Oh, fuck yeah, that's dope.
are you blocking his face?
Yeah. That's so
Oscar's-
sick.
We said he's a photographer. He also
That's a fucking
He usually stays
dope
behind the
picture.
camera.
That's from the House of Blues, Anaheim, guys.
look at all those people out there, man. Millions of people there.
We'll just set this here on the couch. That way we can just
Yeah.
remember that I'm a rock star that sells out venues.
Uh-huh.
You know where you're coming to Australia, right? You're gonna come to
I'm
Australia.
going to go to Australia.
I got a show there in Sydney, and that show it's almost sold out now. So it's like we sold. I can't fucking speak the coffee.
Coffee's maybe not the best thing to get hopped up on before we do the podcast. Maybe we should be a little more chill. Because sometimes I get a lot of comments saying Jeff was on crack for this or Jeff was on meth for this. And I don't do drugs, guys. I made it clear that I'm sober before. Only candy and coffee.
But Jeff got so high off Swedish Fish that how many videos did you send to Swedish Fish?
Oh, I sent the other night I was eating Swedish Fish and I was like, you know what? I talk about them all the time. Why am I not sponsored by them? I'm like, I was promoting this fucking video game and I'm like, I should be promoting Swedish Fish.
How long has Swedish Fish been in the game? I feel like Swedish Fish is like one of the oldest fucking candies.
Yeah. And I DM'd them a bunch of selfies with the Swedish Fish. I DM'd them videos. I was like, hey, what's good?
Hey,
I
baby,
miss
look
you.
at
I
me.
know I got you right now, right here with me, but I want more of you. I want more of you, Swedish Fish. Come to me.
Is that actually how you were talking to them?
Yeah, but the videos I
Yeah.
just sent directly there, so I don't even have them saved.
I would like to see that.
I was filming with the Instagram thing.
Yeah, the answer is 1950s.
1950s. Swedish
Yeah.
Fish came around in the 1950s. That's way before influencer marketing ever happened. And
Yeah.
they've been doing just fine. So I don't think they need.
They don't need me, man.
an
But they
influencer.
do work with influencers, and I want to get sponsored by Swedish Fish. I think that'd be great. Even if they just pay me in fucking Swedish Fish.
Oscar, thank you for this picture, by the way. I don't know if I said that yet. Thank you. It's really cool.
They have
You're
blue
welcome.
Swedish Fish? What is that down there on the screen?
Oh no, those are American fish.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah,
That
look.
sounds like it'd be pretty good. Wow.
American.
No,
fish.
we got to cut this. You're trying to get sponsored. You can't be.
Order them. My credit card should be in there already. Okay, I don't want to get Scott thinking that I'm not going to commit to this week of sobriety. If you guys want to do it too, keep us updated. DM us.
Let us
Tweet
know.
us.
Try to stay sober with me, guys. If you're big drinkers, why are you shaking your head no, Jay?
Todd invited me to Saddle Ranch tonight, so I don't think I'm going to be able to
Are
stay
you going
sober.
drinking with Todd? Well,
Maybe.
we'll see how far that gets you. Drinking with Todd. Where is Todd? He's supposed to be here, part of this podcast. Maybe he'll disappear next week
He's drinking. He's out drinking. So
Whatever. I don't care what people do. You can't change people. They got to want to change on their own. You can't force them to make a life choice. They have to want to do it on their own. I feel like a psychopath when I look in this camera and tell people what to do.
there was one other thing in Chicago I wanted to talk about, and that was when we went to the Bottle Blonde pretty much every single night, and 2 nights we were there. There were some guys that we saw that were making really jealous and like rude comments about YouTubers directly to us.
Mm-hmm.
You remember those guys?
Yeah.
We were sitting at our table, minding our own business. Someone's taking a photo, and these guys jump over from their table and go, fucking YouTubers! Look at the picture!
Drunk businessmen, guys. They had suits on.
They had suits on, they had wedding rings on their fingers, and they were trying to get girls up to their table. Every time they try to get a girl up to their table, the girl's like, no, I'm actually into this guy over here. His name's Jeff. He's a YouTuber. That's why they were so
They
mad.
were jealous, man. Yeah, did I tell you this story, Oscar?
Yeah.
Yeah, this was good. But Scott, you're telling it great right now.
Am I telling it great?
No, you're telling it perfect.
Look, I'm trying to be animated. I'm a boring guy. I tell things very boring. I'm trying to get my like facial expressions going. Be more like Matt King. Matt King's a great
You're
storyteller.
looking
Don't go
extra
off, Natalie.
Irish when you do that.
What?
You look extra Irish when you do that.
Well, I fucking am. So
So go on. These motherfuckers were hating on us because we were taking a lot of selfies, and they were like, "What the fuck? What the fuck is this?"
And I think they were like asking people that were, because there was like a crowd of people around our table, because it seemed kind of like we were there to put on a show for people.
Yeah.
But they were just being really rude, and like they were making a lot of comments off to the side, and I happened to be on the corner chair, so I could hear a lot of it. And they were just talking shit the entire night instead of just enjoying themselves. Like, why were you doing that? But I texted Todd and Jeff, and I was like, hey, I think these guys to the table next to us might cause a problem. And Jeff, you walked over and were like, hey, what's up? I'm Jeff. And we had a little conversation.
Yeah, I went over
with
there
them.
very polite, but really what I was doing was just scoping out the fear in his eyes. I saw that there was fear when I approached him, so that's when I knew that I had my in and I was going to handle it. I was going to kill him with kindness. Now, talking about this here on the podcast, I feel like I don't know, it doesn't get me fired up. It just, I don't know if I want to share too much of like our personal life, because I feel like this might intrigue more beef in the future, and I'm not trying to start problems. I don't go out to get in fights. I don't even drink. I'm just out strictly to have a good time with my friends, and these guys were asking for it. They said, fuck YouTubers. And it was like, we're just trying to hang out with you guys and, you know, have a good time. And then the guys got really disrespectful at the end. And
we were really there just minding our own business, sitting at our table, hanging amongst ourselves. Like, not, we weren't bumping into them. We weren't walking over to their table or getting in their way. We just happened to be in the same place at the same time, and they seemed very upset about it. And I don't know why.
When they left, they threw like some singles at our table or some shit. And that's what triggered us to go outside and just ask them, say, what's the issue?
What problem do you have with us, and why? Because we're not doing anything to you.
Yeah, and if there is, what are you gonna do about it?
Because our group does happen to have quite a few large males in it.
Yeah, and you guys ran out there, you backed me up, and
you just went out off on your own too. David ran after to film you. You walked out yourself. Go ask them if they wanted to go to sleep. And and I was like, Jeff's walking away to ask if these guys need a nap or something. So I got to make sure that I'm there in case
it was past their bedtime.
they're tired.
Yeah, they were acting up a little too much. They needed to go to sleep. But that's just such a funny line to say. Like,
it's so.
What do I think
funny.
I am? Do I think I'm a fucking martial arts taekwondo master? I told the guy that, he goes, "What do you know, taekwondo?" I was like, "Yeah, my fucking dad is John Wick." And he was like, "What the fuck?" Because at that point I knew it was a joke. I had asked him if he wanted to go to sleep, and they were already like, "All right, dude, look, like we were just trying to fucking curse you guys out and leave. We thought you were punk ass YouTubers."
It's my favorite thing. My heart's kind of racing a little bit. My adrenaline's pumping. I'm like, is there going to be a confrontation? Is there going to be something wrong? And you go out there, what, you guys want to go to sleep? I'll put you to sleep. You want to go to sleep? And I'm like, I couldn't stop laughing at that point. I'm like walking out there just in case I had to back you up, and it just like turned into this joke. And I'm like, that's the best way to handle situations too.
We made it into a joke.
Little joke.
That's the thing with being like comfortable with a physical altercation. It's like, it's not a big deal to me, so I do kind of have fun with it. But that's also why I appreciate being sober, because I'm already crazy enough, and being sober, I'm able to be sharp, and I still have my confidence because of the sharpness that I know that these guys feel confident at that moment, but they're actually sloppy. Mm-hmm. And I didn't realize this until about 6 months into being sober, that like, oh shit, that's what I looked like when I was like thinking I'm like on fire, super confident. Mm-hmm. Like, you're actually a fucking mess and you're disrespecting people. And that's why I'm happy that I was able to go out there and just like, yeah, I was pissed off and I said what I had to say, but afterwards we made it into a joke.
And that's even more evidence against going out and getting drunk, and, you know, more reason for me to quit. So,
but I feel like a fucking psychopath that wants to drink now, because I went to that same club with David 4 nights in a row, and it's absolutely insane.
Hey, we had a lot of fun.
we had fun, but dude, the same club 4 nights in a row is not going to be fun. 2 nights in a row is too much.
I agree. It was a little repetitive, but, you know, you make the best of every situation.
All right, guys, time for advice from assholes. Scott's taking a pee, but I'm going to handle this because, most of the questions are for Jeff anyway. Let's be honest.
I think this is a good one for you, Jeff.
I'd want advice or just hear your perspective on ghosting, because I feel like ghosting is in the air right now. And I was recently ghosted, and so was my sister. I feel like you guys would have some great advice on how to get through that, or just if it's ever happened to you, or if you've ever done it to someone.
Yeah, 100% I've ghosted people. I do it all the time. It's the position I'm in now, I need to prioritize my life, and there's people in it that I feel like it's not even worth trying to talk to. So I cut people off all the time, and I don't even have the energy to explain why. If they don't want to talk to you, then they're not worth it. You can't force somebody to want to do anything. They need to want to do it on their own. So if they're not paying attention to you enough, then they're not the right person. It's like the Ilya and Natalie situation. Natalie never ghosted me, but Ilya was able to put in more time. And I'm not saying they're dating yet or have even kissed, but I just feel like, she's leaning more towards him because he has more free time. But whatever. Who's fucking cooler at the end of the day? The guy who, has too many things going on? I'm quitting everything, and I'm going to pursue Natalie. Next question. Scott, thank God you're back. I fucked that one up so bad.
How was it? Is everything okay?
I go down a dark path when you're not here to pick me back up. I go down a very dark spiral. It just all leads back to one thing that's just really dragging me downhill right now, and I'm happy you're here to pick me back up.
I thought I was the one dragging you down, to be honest.
No, dude. It's me. I'm the negative one. Can we get the next one, please? Look at this guy.
Is that the guy from Chainsmokers?
Yeah,
Chainsmokers. Yeah, I'm listening to your podcast from Belgium, and this question is for Jay. So, Jay, do you think Scotty or Jeff would win in an arm wrestling competition? Personally, I think Scotty would win because he looks way stronger and way more buff than Jeff.
Whoa.
The only reason I'm saying this is because I know Jeff isn't insecure and won't be upset about it. So, say hi to Nerf for me.
Fuck does that mean, guy?
This guy just insulted all of us.
Exactly.
He's very good looking. He's probably a very talented DJ. But dude, if you arm wrestled me, what? Oh, he's from Belgium?
He's definitely a DJ.
Definitely a DJ or an aspiring DJ.
We'll send you some chocolates.
What's the fucking difference? Aspiring, pressing a fucking button. Oh, one day I want to press a button. You know what, dude? Stay in your fucking lane. Go download fucking Pro Tools or Fruit Loops and just make some music. You're not going to be an arm wrestler. Prioritize your shit here, man. Don't waste our fucking time. Go work on your DJ career.
I think we should find out, though.
You think so? I don't think so.
No.
I don't want to.
You're not going to put us against each other here.
I don't want to.
We're doing great.
Yeah, I don't want to embarrass Jeff at all, So we should just pass it.
10,000 likes and we'll arm wrestle.
Just agree. Just agree that I would win, and then we don't have to do it.
10,000 likes, and I will arm wrestle you next episode.
I like that.
Okay. 10,000 likes.
Thanks for helping us get likes, dude, even though you fucking dissed me and Nerf.
Now I have to go fucking seriously train for like
I got you.
for this
No,
week.
we're not taking anything serious.
Hi Scott, hi Jeff. My name is Tibi.
Hey,
I
Tibi.
want to know how to beat Instagram famous.
Ah,
Don't forget, follow me because nothing matter.
nice, dude. Throwback. Oh,
Bloopers.
man. Remember when our podcast name was Nothing Matters?
That was a long time ago. When did we get this video submission?
No, well, I'm sure he was probably just...
That was this week, yeah.
We do use that saying a lot, that nothing matters, but then we just contradict ourselves because we sit here and complain, oh, I got to do YouTube videos all the time. My life's so hard. And then everything matters.
Yeah.
We're a bunch of
mean,
babies.
As far as how to get Instagram famous, I think this guy's got it. He's already got a lot of personality and like charisma on the camera, and the edits and stuff are really good too. So
Yeah, you did good. You did a good job editing. You did a great job speaking there. I think you just need to work on hanging out with more famous people because I got famous off these guys. Scott broke his leg and I replaced him. So try to find a crew that has a weak link.
he
wait
literally
for them
just
to get
did
hurt and
exactly what he needs to
sneak in.
do. He submitted a video on the podcast. He plugged his He told us his name so everyone can find
link
him.
his name in description.
So that's how it works, man.
Hopefully that's it. Hopefully that's the way.
This one's specifically for Scott, so I added it because I thought it'd be nice to, have something for you one of these times.
Scott, my first question is for you. Do you think your show in Charlotte can be a Halloween party because it's on Halloween and I'm ditching all my Halloween plans to come and hang out with you?
We'll definitely do some Halloween themed things there. Maybe some spiders hanging from the ceilings, or maybe I'll throw spiders at the crowd.
You should make a spooky song.
I have a spooky song called David's Haunted House.
Okay.
And
100% it's going to be Halloween themed. You say that it's not now, but once Halloween comes around, that whole entire week is Halloween themed, no matter if you like it or not. Whether
Yeah.
Scott gives you permission to wear Halloween costumes, everybody's going to fucking show up there in Halloween costumes.
yeah, I mean that should definitely be a thing. Like we will be in costume on stage as well.
Yeah, I always say I'm not going to dress up. I hate Halloween. And then somebody always pressures me into
You
last
find
minute
a wig
putting on,
lying around the house,
and then I'm in Halloween spirit. So
Then
yeah,
you're
dress up. Go
John
all
Wick
out.
for year 4.
John Wick again. No, I was never John Wick, but that's a good one.
No, there'll definitely be some fucking Halloween stuff at the show.
Yeah, it'll probably get full. It'll probably be a full Halloween haunted house by then. Scott won't even be performing songs.
Yeah, in Charlotte, NC, right? I think Mr. Beast is from there. Maybe we'll get him to come and set up some Halloween stuff.
Oh yeah.
Probably not. I don't know him very well. But hey, Mr. Beast, come to my show. Let's hang out.
Yeah.
Hey, just wanted to say you guys are great. Love the podcast. And I want some advice on how we can get Scotty to tour in the UK, please.
Just listen to this music. If I had more people in the UK listening to the music, then I'd have more of a audience to go out and perform shows too. I don't really have a funny answer for that. I just need you guys to go listen to my songs, and then I can perform.
Yeah. Is there like a analytic thing where you get like notified that you have a big enough audience there? Oh yeah, there is. What am I even talking about? I fucking do this shit too.
There's analytics that show our like biggest cities, and I think mine are like Chicago, Los Angeles, Australia, and like Sydney. That's where I'm doing a show, and then like London.
Cool. Let's move on.
Where's the Jeff specific questions? Because
No, dude.
I feel like we're leaving him out this
You
episode.
got 2 in a row. I've got the best 15 episodes in a row.
That's what I was gonna say. Like, usually it's all about Jeff, but today we're not giving people what they want.
Not talking.
The second question on this is specifically for Jeff. So
I'm wondering how you guys are able to manage doing a bunch of different things on your schedule without overworking yourself, because they're going in high school, I'm in high school, and Katrina is going to be a junior in high school. Yeah. So we're just like wondering how you're able to like do so much and still be able to like have time for yourself and not feel like you're like too stressed and stuff like that.
You gotta make
Yeah.
sacrifices.
Yeah.
Time for yourself is one of those
Oh, wait.
sacrifices.
Also, I'm wearing your merch, and we're wondering if you're dating Kelsey.
Oh no, I'm not dating Kelsey because that stupid Jason video.
There were so many comments. I see comments about that shit all the time. You were like talking to Kelsey during the video, and I was like, "Are you
Jason,
dating?"
no. It was a party for David's birthday. There was a magic trick going on, and we couldn't even see the magic trick, so we were looking at things on my phone. No, we're not dating. I'm not dating anybody. But for the first part, thank you for supporting the barbershop. And yeah, the way to manage all these things is to make sacrifices.
Like you sacrifice a lamb or something.
No, you don't kill
To
animals. But by sacrifices, I mean like maybe it's pursuing a girl you like. You know, you just can't do that because you got to focus on your work right now. Maybe sacrifice drinking. Maybe just wake up earlier. Prioritize things in your life that are going to make you happy.
Money.
Oh, money. Yeah, I like money. Sorry, Nerf's fucking tap dancing all over the place right now. Nerf prioritizes drinking water and eating treats. That's all he gives a fuck about and interrupting this podcast. God damn it, Nerf. You have one job, man. One job.
He was really dragging his legs on the way out there, too. He must be stiff and laying around.
We only have to do this for 1 hour a week, man. I don't know why it's so hard for all of us. We sit here and complain so much about it for the 1 hour that we're here. It should be a nice, positive thing.
Nerf is kind of like Todd's replacement, huh?
He didn't replace Todd. He's just here for his looks, his cuteness, and that's all he does for his audience. That's all he attracts is people that want to see a cute guy here.
It's also, you're making sacrifices, not always of things that, not because you want to do something that you're going to enjoy more or whatever, but like going to school and making sure that you're studying right and stuff like that. You're making sacrifices so that in the long run, you end up on top.
You used to vlog 3 times a week.
Yep.
Now you only vlog like once, and then you work on music a lot more because that's what makes you happier.
Yeah. It's like that cleaning show with the lady that she pulls out the clothes and says, if it doesn't bring you joy, then say thank you and get rid of it. So I quit vlogging because I hate
Like
it.
the hoarders, the tidy up thing.
To clean, tied up. I forget what it's called.
Yeah, no, I get it. It's exactly like that. Yeah, you got to tidy up your life.
Sometimes my analogies suck.
No, yeah, that was a great analogy. You got to tidy up your life. You got to see what things, and these things don't come overnight. You're not going to realize this till later on. I didn't realize it till like last year that this is what I need to be focusing a lot more on. Moron. Release the bees. You know what? I had to spend another $400 on bees so people didn't comment fake on my video because Oscar forgot to get a close-up of it. I can't be a camera operator and a director and the question interviewer guy and a barber guy. And, you know, I know the jokes are bad, but I do work on those too sometimes. Fucking those bees are terrifying.
They sound
man.
very mean. You want to get Nerf out of here if we're
Let's
going
get
to do
Nerf
this?
out of here.
Is there any plan of action here? Or are we just going for it?
I really, bees do scare me because it's like they could just fly up and pop up on you and sting you.
Honestly, when you guys release these bees, you're kind of on your own because I'm just going to fucking bolt out to ear.
Yeah, that's fair.
So
Let's
go.
do the thing. Can you just put a candle here so we can blow it out and wrap it
I'm
up?
going to sing my song. I don't want to be here.
Take me away.
Bzz, 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 bzz. I'm honestly,
candles?
that is terrifying.
I don't
the
give a
fucking
fuck about
sound
the
of those
candle. It's
bees.
fine. We skipped one candle 1 week. We're not going to redo the podcast because of it. I'm sorry, guys. Please don't unsubscribe because we forgot the candle. Please.
Thanks for watching the podcast, everybody. Be sure to check out the video because there is some insane shit going on here with the bees. It's also going to be on Jeff's Barbershop very soon. And we'll see you next time on the Skotcast.
Jesus, fuck my
Release
life.
the bees. All right, Oscar's about to release the bees.
Too many bees.
All right, guys. Today's podcast, we're hanging out with some bees. And,
Are you getting some?
you know, they're actually friendly bees, so we don't have to worry about it too much. Be sure to like and subscribe because we're, you know,
Scott, you are fearless.
we are a crazy podcast channel that loves bees. All right.
Did you get some?